All right, chat. We'll watch one more true crime before we get into our Jersey Shore.
Come out to the sound of my voice with your hands up.
My mom had a gun, and he went after her.
Then what are you doing in my house?
They got it, I don't know what happened.
It's unknown where the male suspect is.
Holy shit.
He's possibly armed.
Well, he had a couple knives, and he said that I'll hit you or I'll stab you. And we made it halfway. I heard a gunshot.
Should have been killed.
Two Arizona college students watch their worst fears come true when a masked intruder breaks into their home in the middle of the night. By the time the cops arrive, the suspect has vanished, leaving behind an arsenal of strange weapons and the woman he senselessly killed. Police must be ready for anything, but even they aren't prepared for the shocking video the victims filmed only moments before the shooting. It's just past midnight on October 3rd, 2017, when a young woman named Alexa from Concho, Arizona, calls 911 to report a home invasion in progress.
911, where's your emergency? Hi, I have an intruder in my house. Come there. And he's still there? He is still here. He has 3 knives, a utility tool, and a hockey stick. Came in and wanted our car keys. I persistently said no. I never hit him. He did hit me. Where is he now? My mom has him at the front door.
The call is bizarre, and it only gets weirder as Alexa calmly describes the intruder, who's apparently standing only a few feet away.
Has a mask on. He is about 5'6", 5'.
Damn, this is not looking good for the short kings.
5. What does the
No,
mask
for real,
look like?
Ella.
It's black. It only covers it. Shows his eyes and his mouth. So like a black ski mask. Mhm.
Even as Alexa maintains her composure, the sounds in the background indicate a situation that could go off the rails at any moment.
I'll say this, listen, the mom was definitely in the wrong here. Like, she was trying to, like, hold him accountable, but, like, you got, like, first of all, a firearm in close proximity, if you're not ready to use that shit, you're not comfortable with it, like, you gotta create distance, keep space, like, stick to your orders, shit like that. I think it's so terrible, but, like, if you're gonna have a gun,
if the
don't let 'em
audio of
use it
this
on you.
encounter sounds eerie, it's nothing compared to the video that was captured on a cell phone.
Keep doing it.
Just to leave. Okay.
Get that off of there.
No, I'm not gonna put.
Then what the are you doing in my house?
Get out, okay? Just don't shoot me.
Then get out. Get out.
Take that off.
No,
Now,
I
right
can't
now.
take it off. It's my right to conceal my identity.
This is my.
What the fuck? Above all else, it's my right to insert the what?
My right. For
This
me.
is your house. I understand. I'm very
Yes.
sorry I came in.
What
here.
the hell are you doing in my house?
That's only a small part of the video. The disturbing second half will be revealed as the police continue their investigation. In the
Oh, hell
meantime,
nah.
a neighbor calls 911 to make sure that help
sounds
is
like
on
a
the way.
dork.
Just stay where you're at.
He's like
They're
a
on their
kid.
way. They'll be there as quick as they can.
God, it better be fast. He's got her by knife point.
Yeah, I know.
And she's got a gun.
Oh, she's got a gun?
This is news to the dispatcher, and it instantly changes the dynamic of this dangerous situation.
Yeah, the way she's holding it, the distance, like, it's a revolver as well, so you gotta be careful with that. We are too many people. Like a baby for real, yeah. Like, that is like, she's holding it in the worst way possible, too.
This is made crystal clear as a dispatcher and an operator from the sheriff's department call back, urging Alexa.
Like, so with a revolver, it's got, of course, it's gonna have, like, 2 or 3 pound, maybe 1 pound pull on it. So not only does it pull, the hammer also pops back unless you pre-cock the hammer as well. So, like, not even about popping herself in the mouth. It just gives the intruder time to stop the gun, turn the gun, If on a revolver you can get your hand, if you grab the top of the gun on a revolver and your hand is blocking the hammer, it's not going to shoot. You know what I mean? If she's at the door, the mom is telling him to stay, and it looks like the girls are telling him to leave, but the mom wants his identity, I guess, to hold him accountable or wait for the cops to show up.
And her mother to step away from the intruder. Eventually, 18 minutes since the initial 911 call, the operator calls back one more time.
In a semi-automatic handgun, it's got a slide, and it's got to slide pretty much no matter what. And I don't mean pepper spray, like an actual, like mace like this, or are you talking about like CO2 spray?
Alexa, this is Melissa from the county. What's going on? My mom has a gun, and he went after her and kind of got it. I don't know what happened. Did you shoot your mom? I don't know. Is anybody injured? I don't know. We ran.
What is the kid doing in there? I mean, like, I guess we'll figure out who the suspect is, hopefully, but like, I mean, it's very normal for children to commit crimes, for teenagers to commit crimes. They do it all the time. I hear about and see like all the time tons of like, 15, 16, 18-year-olds shooting gas station attendants. This. Seems like a setup. In what way? Yes.
At our neighbor's house, and I don't know what happened. Where's your mom?
I feel like he was gonna try to steal the car, take it for a joyride or sell it or whatever. And then the mom wanted to stop him, hold him accountable, and she just wasn't ready with the firearm, unfortunately, as sad as that is. But like at the end of the day, like I guess I would say just urge people like, get him out of the house, get your safety first. If he wants to leave, let him leave, keep the gun on him. Keep your distance, like
I don't know if you guys shot or anything. In my house. Yeah. Your mom still.
That's a crazy response time. It's been like 25 plus minutes and the cops still aren't there.
No idea. We heard a gunshot when we were leaving the house.
I don't know how far out they live, if they live in the city or the county or what, but in my head, they could be. They definitely could be.
And so we ran over to the across the street.
Deputies with the Apache County Sheriff's Office arrive on the scene, and they must exercise the utmost caution. The property is nearly pitch black. The suspect's whereabouts are unknown, and it's only moments before they make a disturbing discovery.
Got an open door. Sheriff's office.
There's a body.
That's 23-582. We got a female with a head wound. Sheriff's office, come out to the sound of my voice with your hands up.
That's like one of the most. I have a friend who works for the sheriff's department. He said that's one of the scariest calls is shots fired, and you go out to like one of these trailers out in the middle of the woods. It's pitch dark, can't see anything around you. You don't know if they're hiding, 10 feet in the bushes as your car pulls up. You don't know if they're in the woods waiting for you. You don't know if they're still in the house. You don't know this. You don't know that. Like it's one of the scariest things. I'm scared. Jeez.
32-23. I couldn't copy a lot.
It's unknown where the male suspect is. He's possibly armed. Start waking up some more people and getting some more units out here. Start calling District 1.
The police will wait for backup before breaching the house, but though that may be the cautious choice, it doesn't guarantee their safety.
The only thing I do not like, I'm gonna be honest with you, is we don't know if this guy's back behind us.
Yeah, that's why.
And like you're just standing there, the light's illuminated, you got a flashlight and your gun, and like he can see you, he knows you're coming, but you don't see him. Trust the devil in him. Even imagine.
Yeah, there's clear.
You don't know what you're walking into. And there's tons of examples of domestic violence calls where the police are showing up and the husband or whoever is waiting in the bushes. As soon as the officer gets out of the car, they shoot him. Or like ambushes, all kinds of stuff. That happens all the time.
I want to get these. We should for sure need to get those people inside and lock the door. We have no idea where this guy's at. Yeah, I got you.
Several new deputies arrive on scene before trouble can emerge from the darkness. They enter the house knowing that the armed suspect could be anywhere.
Get a night vision drone for scouting. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like most sheriff's departments, things like that just don't have shit like that. But where are the girls at? The neighbor's house. Girls ran out of the house. Oh, I missed that.
Bathroom, back looks clear.
Her last
Toilet.
words.
Clear. Come through.
So, house is clear. There's another house.
There are two houses on this property. This one, where 18-year-old Alexa and her roommate Larissa live together, and a larger one, where until tonight, Alexa's mom, Terry Lynn Collins, lived with her husband and their 14-year-old son.
This house is part of this house property.
Oh, shit.
14-year-old boy's
Oh,
over
it's
there.
racing.
The two daughters that live here are over there.
Okay.
Nobody knows she's 901. I would say yes. She took one right between the eyes.
It almost looks execution style.
The suddenness with which this home invasion
my
turned deadly
God,
serious
so
is
sad.
shocking,
Right
and the
between
peculiar
eyes.
assortment of weapons left behind only adds to the
Crewmate,
madness.
damn.
But it's something bizarre that the 911
Evil.
dispatcher said that the officers now remember in vivid detail.
We don't know where the gun's at. I see a hole across the street over this little house over here. Because he kept saying, I'm 19, I got blue eyes, I'm 19, I got blue eyes, I guess.
Are the police looking for a suspect that fits that description? Or was this a ploy
Light
on
out
his
there
part
for
to
real.
confuse any
But
witnesses?
like some people live out in the country, the sticks. That's just how it is. Like there's no street lamps, there's no anything. So at night when it's dark, it's dark. And then like the thing is, if you illuminate it everywhere, and then he's hiding out in the darkness in the trees, and you're sitting there in the light, everyone's gonna be able to see you and see where you're standing. Like if you got a flashlight, that's a target. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a walking target. You say, hey, here I am.
He left at the scene. Hoping to get more
Only
information,
table.
police
I mean, if he
speak to the
took the
neighbor
gun-
across the street.
Ma'am, we're working this right now. I'm Sergeant DiMatteo. How old are the kids? Okay.
And there's a 14-year-old in there by himself.
Yes,
Her
ma'am.
husband's on his way. He's at the airport right now.
In Shiloh
Phoenix.
Airport?
No, somebody's
Oh.
flying him up.
Okay, we don't know where this guy is. That's why we don't want
Oh,
nobody
goodness.
else there.
I know. My husband's with me.
Okay, okay. If you could just go back inside, we'll be over and talk to everybody in just a little bit.
Okay.
The deputies do a brief search of the outer property, but there remains no sign of the suspect. They come back to Barbara's house to conduct an interview with 18-year-old Alexa.
Ladies, hang up your phones. Hang up your phones. This is the daughter.
Can I talk to
They
you?
want to talk to you, honey. We can do it.
I can't answer any questions right now. I need to ask you some questions because we need the description of the guy so we can start trying to locate him. Okay?
5'6", white, hazel eyes. About 19. He said he
Can
was
you-
younger, but I'm not sure.
Go into another room until we're done because I want to get separate things. What exactly happened? How did it start?
Well, I was in bed,
Damn.
Okay.
and then
Which bedroom is
In
yours?
that event,
The
yeah,
one-
for real.
next to the living room, next to the couch.
Never
Okay.
again. I bet
Can you
it's
just ask if she's
terrifying.
alive?
I can't answer any questions. I need you to answer mine.
Please.
I mean, he could answer the question if he wanted. You think he's in the right there to not like tell her so she freaks out to get enough information, or should he tell her right away? I mean, it's kind of like
She's not.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was my
if he
brother
needs
who
his info,
came
he should
in.
tell her. I think.
And so, like, I see a figure walk into my room because I wasn't asleep. And he kind of just left. And then he was threatening Larissa. And I knew I should have called 911, but I didn't. I got out of bed and kind of just did the tough guy act and told him to leave. And
when you threatened Melissa, what did he say?
well, he had a couple knives, and he said that I'll hit you or I'll stab you. And
That's a
he's like,
smart
I don't
decision.
want to, but if this brings me to it.
Okay.
And he wanted our car keys. And I told
What
him
the
no
fuck?
several times, and I told him to leave.
Alexa texted her mom, who rushed to the trailer with a gun, a situation that soon spiraled out of control.
What kind of gun did your mom have?
It was a silver revolver, 6-bullet. It had 4 in it at the time.
Not gonna lie. I mean, listen, chat. If you're ever in a situation where someone's got a knife on you and you don't have a weapon to defend yourself and they're close, give them whatever they want and comply. Don't try to fight back because like a knife is just as dangerous as a gun and it can be even more dangerous in certain situations. Like a lot of people like don't realize how dangerous a knife actually is. Second of all, if you're not prepared to use a gun and someone like you gotta use it. Knives are nasty. Yeah, dude. I've seen videos where people get stabbed once and they bleed out in like 10, 15 seconds. Literally, I've seen people getting in bar fights and they're beating a dude up. And while the dude's getting beat up, he's trying to pull a knife out and turns around and stabs. I literally saw this, like, literally the other day on Twitter. This dude is beating this dude up. He's winning the fight, right? That's why I stay strapped. Hell yeah. And he's winning the fight. Boom, boom, boom. And this dude is like, you can see him, like, trying to get out, but the dude's, like, so pissed. He turns out and stabs the dude right here. And you just see blood. And he, like, looks around. The dude that getting beat up runs off into the crowd. And the dude just falls over and he bleeds out and dies in 15 seconds. Oh yeah, and I saw this one other case. These high schoolers were going inner tubing, and this old guy apparently lost his phone in the water and went out to the water to look for his phone or something. And he was like from a different group, and the high schoolers thought he was trying to be creepy around the girls, and so they started like pushing him and bullying him and stuff. And one of them like shoved him. And when he shoved him, the dude pulled out a camp knife and he like slashed his stomach. And at first the dude didn't realize, and then you just see the dude fall up and he killed him. And the dude bled out in like 45 seconds from a random slash like that. Like it was very random. Like knives are just as dangerous. So like honestly, the smartest thing to do, unless you have a gun, don't even if they have a knife and you got a gun in your waistband and they already have it on you. Unless you can create some mad distance really quick, it's like think about that. Like they're coming at you, you're trying to pull a gun out, like you're not gonna win. And like I learned that in police academy. Like even as a police officer, like if someone gets the drop on you, more than likely it's gonna be smarter just to comply and wait for the moment, and stuff like that. That's like always gonna be the biggest thing. Distance is your friend, yeah.
I heard one shot. I don't know if there are.
And like obviously like securing the scene and securing the safeties, know your draw timing. It's not even that because like to draw out, pull it up, to shoot, like the thing is like even if unless you're shooting them in the brain or you get them in the heart, like they're gonna live. Like you know like those videos where people will get shot like 30 times and keep running at you. But there's also those videos of dudes get shot one time and they go stiff. So like at that point, the FISBA factor. Welcome back. Like it's gonna be a really big thing. And if someone ever comes at you with a knife, chat, listen. It's called defensive shielding. They taught us in police academy, and this is what you do. Like they come at you with a knife, what you do is it's called a defensive shield. If they come at you from this side or this side, what you're gonna put your arms out like this, and you're just gonna shield yourself into the knife, into the arm, because your forearms can take it. You get a lot of bones here, you can bleed out there, and you're just gonna shield away. That's what they taught you, and then you shield them. It's called defensive spear, and then you try to get away. Ouch, yeah. But like the thing is, like anything up in here, this is your danger area. So like your stomach up. And then even your thighs are you got like a bunch of really, vein like I don't know what the artery is, that's something inside your thigh, but there's a really important one there. But your forearms are made to take like blunt trauma, they're made to take cuts, they're made to take things like that. The outsides of your forearms, they're called your spears. So that's how you protect against the knife. So if they're slashing at you, you just take that shot on the forearms.
Or 3 left in it, or if there were more shots.
Okay, so
Tomorrow.
How did all the knives and stuff end up on the table?
My mom told him to drop them. He put them on the ground, and I picked them up and I put them on the. Are they still there?
Yeah, they're still everything.
What if No, okay, I'm not gonna talk shit, but like, if you put him on the ground, why would you put him in the other room? Why would you put him on the table next to him? That's kind of crazy. But honestly, like, this all could have really been avoided, but it's still sad regardless. True.
Oh, that's still on the table. So he put all that on. You put.
Overconfidence and complacency kills every time. So if you're overconfident in a situation or you're complacent, that'll kill you in any situation. That's what I've always learned about anything. Like when I'm out at the club, like sometimes like I've had like dudes try to step to me or like when I'm out in public or whatever. And like I'm like, oh, I can beat this dude's ass. I don't give a fuck. That overconfidence, that complacency, or when you're driving, getting complacent, like, oh, I can text and drive, no big deal. Oh, I can, merge between these two cars really quick, no big deal. It's called complacency. That'll get you killed. That's like literally 9 out of 10 times, like how people die in accidents. It's because they're overconfident or they're complacent.
Put all that on the table after
I
you
put
dropped
it
them.
all on the table
Now
and the
there's
hockey stick and a wrench.
Now there's a chair right by the.
I put it there because my mom wanted him to back off.
Okay. Was he sitting in the chair?
No, never. He stood there.
I was kind of with Alu, and I'm not talking bad. I was kind of with Alu. Like they kind of do seem sus, but now that I'm looking at it, like they kind of just seem kind of like not in a bad way, just kind of like low IQ. Like when it comes to survival situations or just self defense or like survival, I guess. Like this is like none of this seems very smart.
There and then so I was on the phone with. I called you guys and then like 5 minutes maybe went by and.
Pause, baby. Thank you so much. Don't be sorry. That means a lot.
She always had her gun pointed towards him, and he went for it. And my mom started screaming, and she told us to run. So we ran over here.
Good night, Oz. Love you, man. Good luck tomorrow. We love you.
Then I heard a gunshot, and yeah.
Police are ready to take Alexa and her roommate to the police station. But there's one more member of the family they need to retrieve. They haven't yet cleared the big house, and they're acutely aware that the suspect...
Bro, they said they have a 14-year-old son. I don't know if it's him, but imagine if it's the kid. That'd be crazy.
...that could be anywhere, or anyone.
I mean, I don't know, but like, that'd be insane.
You got that on clear.
So a crazy thing that we learned in police academy when searching houses like this, what you do is you don't like you don't have to even have like your flashlight on your gun because like it's a target and you know where you're standing, and especially when you're searching outside. So what they taught us in police academy is obviously your shooting hand and you hold your flashlight out here so it looks like you're standing over here, and you're gonna blind anybody you shine it on, and they're gonna you're gonna see it's gonna seem off target. So like when we were in police academy and we were doing building searches, it's like you hold your gun like this, right? And you move in, you can pull your gun up easy, and then they teach us to hold our flashlights out here. And our police captain, he called it. I can't really repeat it, but I'll repeat it in a way. The position you hold your gun in, he called it the tard wing, which he would say the full word because like how you hold your firearm is kind of like this up against your chest, pointed down, because it's gonna protect your body. You got a shield here from like any attackers, anything like this, and you're also ready to pull your gun up like really close. Because if you're holding your gun out here and you gotta like move, you got like all that range of motion to move, right? And then you can get your arms hit down, it can get taken from you. You're gonna be more likely to miss. But like keeping it nice close in like that is the best way to like move the firearm inside. Just a little bit of advice for you guys. Like everyone thinks they should like have their gun out like this. Close and ready. Yeah, you should just flick it up.
They're behind you.
And you're protecting your body. And if you're ever having an altercation with anyone, chat, what you do is you stay in the ready position. So what the ready position basically is at all times is having your hands up like this. Have your hands up like this. Protection classes. I actually do know a lot of like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and then like a lot of like street defense. So like in like SA defense. So they taught us SA defense. So like if you're pinned down on the ground, like someone's got their like maybe they got their knees and their like torso over your neck, or if they're choking you, or like I know how to roll people. I can do like a standing armbar takedown, shit like that. Write that down. Yeah, but like one thing that you can do, most police departments have courses where they will actually teach you. Like, for example, one of the strongest things you can do if someone grabs you is called a reverse handshake. And what a reverse handshake is, so like say someone grabs your wrist, like you're gonna try to jerk away or whatever, you're gonna try to hit their arm, whatever. But like what a lot of people don't do is it's really easy to rip someone's hand off. So like let's say this is your wrist and they grab you like this, called a reverse handshake, and you peel off from the pinky. So someone grabs onto you, grab from the pinky like this, and then they're gonna only have two fingers because it's way easier to break this than try to break this or like grab their wrist or something. So you can always reverse handshake, and then once you got their hand like this, you can twist their arm over. So like you can always like then you put into like a twist of an arm bar. So like for example, like sometimes people go like then they'll go to shake my hand, and so like say he's coming in like this, and so like what I'll do is I'll just reach over and like I'll just twist his arm into an arm bar. When I was younger, yeah, the reverse handshake is one of the coolest and simplest ways to like defend yourself if some dude's touching you and stuff like that. When you're about to pop an appendage. I mean, like, but here's the thing: like, reverse handshake's also easy to pull out of. So once you get their hand off, they can always jerk their hand out. So what you want to do is like, obviously the reverse handshake, then secure their elbow with their other hand, or try to grab their shoulder so they can't pull away, and you can like kind of reverse them for an armbar and keep that hand. For the eyes and ears, I mean, I guess you could. But it's always create space. It's defense, create space, and then run away. That's always the smartest thing. Pocket sand, fucking butter sock. But what I was saying is a lot of police departments have programs where they'll teach you all that stuff, and like it's usually like at your local community rec center. Sometimes it's in the police department if they have like a workout room or like a fitness room, and you can sign up for free. Some of them are just for women to teach a lot of like women classes, self-defense courses, and it's usually like 2 or 3 days, and they just teach you very very basic things like if someone's got you pinned down on your stomach or your back, or if they grab you, just like the most common ways. I carry pepper spray. Like if you use pepper spray up close, you see it in the movies or on shows, but what you don't realize when you pepper spray someone up close is also going to hit you. Like pepper spray is only good at a 3 to 4 foot distance. I mean, hopefully they run away, but you're gonna get it just as much. I mean, if the person is listen, I've been pepper sprayed. When I was at police academy, I got tased, I got pepper sprayed, and I also had to breathe in tear gas. And like I have gel spray. Oof, that's actually the worst. Don't use gel spray. That's like it's very like it's got you gotta be on like that fucking Chris Kyle sniper aim type shit. Um, I mean, you definitely just want regular spray. Honestly, just get fucking like those big bear maces where it's like some shit like that. But honestly, this is what ladies, I'll recommend this to you. I actually have this knife myself. Let me look it up. And I'll show it to you. They're very cheap and get on Amazon. What's it called? This is the best thing you guys can have. I'll show it to you. Something like this. So it comes a little holster like that. You can put it in your waistband. You can put it in your pocketbook. You can put it in this, and you just kind of grab with your knuckles. It's this little push knife. They won't even see it. Little stab. It's literally the best. It's the best. Like police officers use it. I have one. I have one in my wallet. I have one in my car. I always carry this little knife, and you hit them in the neck with it. Push them. They won't even know. They don't even see it coming. You don't have to unfold it. There's nothing illegal about it because some knives, some fixed blade knives, you can't take into certain places. If they're like a certain amount of inches, you can get in trouble, shit like that. But this one is like something like this is definitely what you want to go with for like simple self-defense. I need to get it. Yeah, and it does the job. And there's like cooler ones, obviously, or better ones, or more discreet ones, that like will like hold different ways or whatever that you could obviously look into.
Liam,
I need to get that.
Liam,
that's one of the best
my
ones
name's
to have.
Deputy Dodge. I'm in the sheriff's office. I need you to come with me right now. Come
It's
with
good for
me
me.
now. Grab a shirt. Put some clothes on. We'll explain more in a minute. I need you to come with me right now.
The witness statements don't implicate 14-year-old Liam, but the deputy doesn't let his guard down.
Ooh.
Grab a shirt. Come with me.
No, dude.
Yeah, probably a little warmer. Yeah, this way.
Did you hear the gunshot?
Where's my mom? We'll explain everything here.
Where's my mom? He was in there sleeping. He's just like, dude, this is sus. I think Alu might be right. Bear mace, fuck. So the only reason why I would say bear mace is because I honestly don't know how bear mace would affect a human. Don't actually hurt that bad. You've never been shot by a police taser, then. Super suspicious. You've never been shot by a real. You might have been hit by a stun gun. I mean, like, the only way you've actually been hit by a real taser is if you've been shot by a police officer. Really, I've never used it on him and never seen it. So, like a real taser deployed right, gets both prongs in and connects to the circuit, will lock you the fuck up. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. You'll shit your pants. You got poop in your system. You'll scream like a bitch. Like a lot of people think like that. Oh, their little taser homes or this like that. Well, those aren't actual tasers. A lot of people think those are tasers. Those are stun guns. Tasers are actually illegal in most states, and like type of tasers that police use are actually illegal for civilians to own because they can kill people. Like there are a lot of circumstances where people get tased and it stops their heart.
Wait a minute.
With Liam accounted for, there's only one member of the family.
So like another thing about stun guns, or I mean tasers too, is the bigger you are, the fatter you are. Like the more like the like when you see fat people get tased, sometimes like the connections don't, like the circuit doesn't work. You can't eat that easy. I mean, another thing is, bro, they're also shooting like it's literally like a wire comes out. It's got two prongs on it, right? And they just gotta and they come out like this. Right, some of them are even different nowadays, and they're like fish hooks. Once they go in, the police have to cut them out. They call the paramedics to cut them out, and they hook into you. And if they get that circuit where one can connect to the other, it's gonna lock you the fuck down. But like sometimes it's caught on clothes, if someone's got a lot of fat, or if like the hooks don't get in, or if only one gets in, you're not gonna feel it all the way.
Family left to speak to. Police meet with Ernie Collins, Terry Lynn's husband.
And I'll say this. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard this. The ones they use on the police officers in police academy are like the older models, and they don't even fully tase them like as hard, and they're not as strong as the actual ones.
Who was on the phone with her during the break-in. Ernie was out of town and flew back in as soon as he got off the phone with his wife.
What'd you hear?
Why are all these dudes like in these stories like always on flights though? Or like, oh, they're out of the state. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, less than lethal. I think that's kind of crazy. Like, I guess like I don't know. I don't know. Many people are like, oh, I'm just flown out for this on a business trip for the week.
I heard my wife telling someone that he needed to step the back or she was going to shoot him. He was saying stupid like, I just needed a ride. I was just trying to find a ride. And Terry Lynn was saying, you were trying to find a ride with a damn ski mask and knives on you? Hey, Nate. Terry Lynn's been killed, dude.
What the fuck is this kind of phone call right now? Why are you talking to a police officer? I mean, pop off, King.
No, dude.
While at the station, the deputies continue to question Alexa and Larissa, looking for any clues that might get them a step closer to finding Terry Lynn's killer.
They're always
asked him to leave many times.
My wife's dead.
Said no.
She's dead, dude.
Gave me a sob story that he's been living out in the woods for like 5 years, and that, or 4 years, and that he left his parents' house at the age of 15, and the knives were his dad's.
Try to be stoic.
He's been living out. He doesn't have a home, no car.
I wonder who Nate is to him, his brother maybe.
Police can hardly comprehend an intruder who would offer this much detail about his life while still at the scene of the crime. But if they think what they've heard so far is strange, Larissa gives them something that will add a bizarre new layer to this unbelievable story.
Yeah, I have the video. I'm trying to call you.
Show me the video.
The video taken of the suspect that night is as peculiar as it is harrowing. Terry Lynn is seen holding the intruder at gunpoint, seemingly without fear, not knowing that these would be the last few minutes of her life.
What the hell are you doing to my house?
He wanted to take our cars.
I just need
You're
to
gonna take
ride
their
out of
cars.
here. At first, I thought I would just borrow the car and leave it in Phoenix at a parking garage.
Oh,
so I could get it.
I don't think
But
so.
I know.
That's what I said.
They disagreed too. So they were saying that they would give me a ride. No, don't call the cops. Please don't call the cops. Okay, I'm leaving.
No, you are not.
I'll go out the back.
He's already made a grab at her. He's already gone towards her, and she didn't shoot. Is that a skit? For what the hell? Ugh. Just so many things went wrong here, bro. Is their friends see? Because I would have. I mean, I don't know if there was a friend yet. I don't want to jump to that conclusion because I'm not gonna lie. I think these people may just be stupid. Like not in a bad way, just I'm not even saying stupid as oh fuck them, they deserve this. They just don't know what to do in this situation. The girls know this kid.
Nope. Nope. No.
Please just let me go, okay? No.
You picked the wrong house, buddy boy.
Did you already dial?
Yes, I did.
Okay. You dialed. Alright,
You better be thinking what you're gonna do. Telling these girls you've got a knife in your side pocket. Excuse me?
Already
You
hit
were
me.
using voice dot? You were using voice type?
No, I'm standing outside listening to you.
You know she lives next door.
Right next door, yeah, I know.
Then you better leave.
Come on, put the phone away, please. Look, I did not want any trouble. I just want to leave.
No.
Can I leave now?
She has a dangerous murder weapon in her hand, and she's looking down at her phone. She's not holding it at gunpoint. She's even putting it close to her head at some points. I was gonna borrow. This is different. I've ever heard. Not much survival skills.
Please, just let me leave.
Tell me why you're here.
I just wanted a ride. That's it.
Tell me why you are here.
The video ends on that uncertain note.
Why did she, he said he was gonna steal the cars. He told the girls the same thing, he wanted the keys. What is the mom tweaking over? They're all so calm. I mean, I don't know. The mom is tweaking, the kid is calm, the girls are seem very nonchalant about it. Yapping too much. I mean, but if you guys ever watch body footage camera, of police officers, there's a lot of talking, a lot of awkward moments, a lot of you're gonna let me out? And then he's like, come on, man. And then it ends up in a shooting or ends up in a death or ends up something like this. It doesn't happen what you see in the movies, where it's a fight, a struggle, fuck you, let me out of here, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. People are humans at the end of the day.
But who could have foreseen that only moments later, the situation would turn catastrophic?
That's true.
I guess he got a little reckless and went for the gun when my mom wasn't really very aware.
If you're gonna have a firearm in the situation, you better be ready to use that firearm and have it secure.
They struggled. My mom started screaming and then told us to run.
Yeah, most people are human. That's
So
real.
her and I went out the back door, no shoes on. When we made it halfway, I heard a gunshot. And I looked back and I saw a figure in the window moving.
Casually. I see. The only thing is, I could only see this making sense for restage if they just wanted their mom dead. You know what I mean? Because they texted their mom to come over there. They called 911. They filmed themselves doing it. So it's just it's really confusing.
I'm not sure who it was because I saw a lot of white. And he was wearing a ski mask.
Having listened to the statements and watched the cell phone video, the deputy asks a reasonable question.
Is it fair to say you guys weren't really taking this seriously at the beginning?
I'm sure that I can leave. but I didn't have any way of protecting myself.
Like, she was like, you can hear the girl saying, leave, leave, and the mom saying, no, no, no. So, like, it seems really confusing. They stopped the film.
So I just told him to keep backing off and backing off.
Okay.
Before finishing the interview, Alexa remembers one final detail.
He has a scar on his elbow.
Okay.
It's his right elbow. It's about yay big.
3 inches or so?
Maybe. From a motorcycle accident. I don't know why he told me this much about himself. I really didn't want him in my house.
Bitch, your mom is dead. What the hell? Very confusing.
Let alone kill my mom.
Everyone regrets the way things turned out that night. None more so than Terry Lynn's husband, Ernie.
Why'd you shoot that? I was yelling, shoot that mother, shoot him.
But Terry Lynn's husband thinks he knows all too well why she didn't pull the trigger.
Did I tell the other detective he was 5'6"?
I do not know. He should be back. If not, I can relay that to
I
him.
don't even know how I know that. It's a short dude. He sounded like a kid. That's why he didn't shoot him.
Someone you know.
Everyone may have an opinion about Terry Lynn's decision, but now is not the time for it. There is an armed suspect on the loose. Police must track him down before he strikes again. A bulletin from the Arizona Department of Public Safety goes out to the public, identifying the suspect as 14-year-old Joshua Cade Richardson. In remarks to the local media, Ernie Collins says, "I hope they catch this kid. I hope he resists because I don't want him to go to prison and get released in 4 years." Richardson is taken into custody without incident. At the jail, the 14-year-old's mother is by his side as he's brought in for a forensic interview. Because Joshua Richardson is a minor at the time of this interview, the police department has blurred his face for privacy.
You had any sleep?
Oh, bro, this mom, I see why this kid did this. Mom doesn't understand accountability, doesn't understand discipline. Have you had any sleep? Bitch, he just killed somebody. That's all you care about? 14, wow.
Okay. You had something to eat? Okay. Are you full? Are you still hungry?
He's from a whole different county. How'd they get this kid?
Okay.
I mean, he probably has a record. I mean, kids aren't smart. He probably went to a family member, a relative.
Your whole family is here. Okay, we love you very much. Okay?
What the
We
fuck?
love you very much.
Joshua's mom seems oblivious to the horrific truth of what her son has done. Instead, she's far more concerned with limiting the consequences.
Joshua, I understand that you probably don't know that you have rights. And I do not think it's within your best interest to answer any questions or talk about things until you have an attorney present, because those are your rights. Okay?
His mom advises him to keep quiet, but Joshua seems to quickly forget this recommendation after the police read him his official rights.
Do you agree to give up these rights and talk with us?
What?
So let me tell you real quickly.
What? No.
So let me talk for a second. Okay?
Sure.
This is a forensic interview. This is an interrogation. Okay, I'm not going to be asking direct questions.
That's okay.
These are just open.
He is going to talk about this with an attorney present, as his rights have been assigned.
Dude, this mom is like the biggest piece of shit. Like, it's always like, you always wonder how these kids are like this, and you meet the parents, like, oh, it makes sense.
So the answer to that last question, I think we should re-review that.
Okay.
This time, Joshua asserts his right to speak to his attorney, taking the interview off the table.
I'm sorry that this has happened, okay?
I'm sorry that this happened?
The County Attorney's Office filed charges against Joshua Cade Richardson for the murder of 54-year-old Terry Lynn Collins, along with 2 counts of aggravated assault against Alexa Collins and Larissa Campbell. In January 2021, Richardson was sentenced to 12 years in prison, with credit for 1,200 days already served.
Yeah, it was completely random. Isn't that crazy? Nah, kids be doing crazy shit all the time, bro. Kids are some of the most evil motherfucking creatures to ever walk